Hi, it's Bob with Aspire at CIS High School. We're going to look at your resume and particularly your activities chart that resulted from the information you put in about your resume. So we're going back into CIS. Now remember, if you're at home, you may have to type in a username and a password in order to get into the CIUSLA High School account, and that would be CIUSLA CIS, all lowercase. That would be the username, and password is CIS Viking, all lowercase. Now, hopefully you've reached, then you can log into your own account, and hopefully you've reached this point at my portfolio. Now, since you've already put in the information into Resume Creator, let's go over here under my portfolio and look at Activities Chart, which is automatically formulated as a result of your having done your resume. So I'm logging in, which apparently I hadn't done yet, into my CIS account. Now, if I scroll down here, I will see this is Activities Chart. And I'm going to go down here. I want it in Microsoft Word, so I'm going to look at Create Draft Chart. That will now give me an option of calling it up on the screen, which I'm going to do. And I believe that's going to come up on, let's see which screen it comes up on. There it is. Okay, so if we expand this, now here's the activities chart that came from the resume that I created. And notice they have codes up here. So A is a school activity, B is a volunteer activity in the community or family, and C is paid work history. So this is all put together, and here are the codes for each of the categories, and they are listed first the A's, then the B's, and then the C's. All right, I'm going to close this out now, and the next thing that we're going to do is to import. Now, you can print that, by the way, and let's go back and take a look at that, and you will need that for some of your scholarship applications. So once we have it up on the screen, and it'll just take a second here, we'll get it back up here on the screen, and if I expand it again, and I'm going to enable editing, then I should be able to hit Control P, or go over here to print, and I can print a copy of it, and then I can make copies, and I can send them out to organizations to which I'm applying for scholarships, or I can send it to colleges if I want to do that for their application purposes. So now again, I'm going to close this out, and I'm going to go to, now what I've done here is to leave the internet altogether, so let's go back. All right, here we go. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is to go to OSAC. OSAC, Oregon. And I'm going to go back to here again. Now, what I want to do is, as you may recall from a previous video, we've been working on the application to for OSAC scholarships. And remember, I had a test application, so you could call up your own at this point, and I'm going to go into Edit. Now, rather than look at these one by one, I'm going to go up here to my profile. And now I have the dashboard, and I want to go down here to Activities Chart. And I don't want right here to have to type everything in. So I'm going to go down here to import CIS activities. And my username and password are already in here. If yours aren't, you should put them in, and remember that's your CIS. Remember, you're in OSAC, but this is your CIS username and password. All right, I'm going to now get my activity chart, and here it is, and it has just been imported into the OSAC application for purposes of all the scholarships that I'm applying to through OSAC. So now, if you will, if we save this down here, and then I'm going to go back to, let's see, did it let me save them? By the way, notice it's giving me a message here. It says selection committees prefer to see balanced activities. If possible, add at least 3 school activities. Most of mine are outside of school because, of course, I've been out of school for a long time. So let's try saving that again, and then I want to go back to my profile, and I want to see if the activities chart has shown up as completed. It has not, but notice that all of this has been imported. So yours, because mine is sort of a work in progress here. Here's what I didn't do. I confirm that my activities chart is final. It means you can't put anything more into it. If I do that and then save it, that's much better. Now I should be able to go back to my profile, and I should see that, nope, it's still not clicked, so I'm not sure why. It's telling me that I need up here, for all of these activities, I need hours, total hours per week. So hopefully you did that when you were going through your resume over in CIS, and therefore you don't get hung up here as I have. So unless I start putting these hours in, I'm kind of at the end of the line. But if I had those hours, then it would let me save, and it would go back and indicate with a check mark that this activities chart was finished. So there's the process of preparing your activities chart and getting it imported into OSAC for scholarship purposes.